is a soccer Saturday here at Daytona State College, the beautiful Daytona State College soccer complex, and we are ready for top-notch NJCAA soccer as the Falcons of Daytona State take on the Bulldogs of Georgia Military College. Today's broadcast of Daytona State Athletics is brought to you by Halifax Health, a proud supporter of Falcon Athletics and the official healthcare provider for the Falcon Athletic Program. Great to have you with us, everybody. Drew Felios alongside Ted Sofianos. We're nice and comfortable here inside our WDSC TV studios. Ted, it has been a long time since we have enjoyed Falcon soccer. What are you most looking forward to today?
Just to listen to your voice, you sound amped, Drew, and so am I. These two coaches, right, they have storied past, great history, right? Over 700% as far as their winnings percentage. And so this is going to be a good one. Last time they met, it was a 0-0. So I'm really looking forward to a good game. I'm so happy for these scholar athletes to finally get back on the pitch and, you know, show what they can do.
Daytona State ranked right now number 15 in the country, and they are looking to improve on that as we near the postseason. This is the roster for Georgia Military. The Bulldogs with Rule in goal, with McNeil, Byrne, Dixon, Engeltoft, Peters, Molina, Maldonado, and Parr is also a midfielder. Gallegos and Clark are the forwards. Very talented Bulldogs roster as they are coached by Dave Sexton. Very disciplined. They do things the right way for sure.
Oh, yeah. He has, his wares from both the UK and now he's been here, obviously a staple as far as coaches go. Been an All-American coach. He's a pretty amazing guy.
And for Daytona State, some new faces we're going to introduce to you throughout this contest. Marco Tavares has done a fabulous job in goal so far. The keepers have not conceded yet for Daytona State here in this young season. Wadu BK is one to watch. Mohamed Awad has got pro potential. He is a tremendous soccer player for the Falcons. All the way down the list, Santiago Fonseca turning heads. Kevin Kelly also number 9. Doing a tremendous job for Coach Bart Sasnett, the only coach to ever lead this program. Coach Sasnett, honored, excited, thankful that we are playing soccer here in 2021.
Oh, as we get ready for the kickoff, he is elated. And I'm so happy for Bart. I know him personally, and he's looking for a great but shortened season.
Underway here at Daytona State, and thrilled to have you with us on WDSC TV. Falcons, of course, in the familiar blue. Georgia Military wearing the red and black here this afternoon.
Yep, the blue and white, the Falcons.
Of course, we've had some weather issues through the night and early this morning. Looks like we should be in the clear for the next few hours. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yes, we will. I've been looking at my phone. We're looking good right now. Mother Nature has cooperated, Drew. It was looking scary, a little bit scary this morning, though. As I woke up, it was, but the pitch looks like it's dried out. I mean, this is a state-of-the-art field, Drew. This is a 4-year-old stadium. And so that excellent, state-of-the-art drainage. And it's looking pretty good right now.
Another reason why this soccer complex so popular amongst the NJCAA. The pitch just incredibly seamless here today as Rule touches for the first time for the Bulldogs. Daytona State, extremely talented, 2 wins, 0 losses, a draw on the year, Ted, and that happened against this Georgia team as we're going to have a corner kick here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was an excellent through ball by the goalie. Rule just kicked a really great goal kick right straight on down, which has caused this curler that you're going to watch in a second from the corner. Going to use a right foot, put a little bit of a banana on it.
Ball sent out. Falcons play it nicely. Daytona State in their last game took down Warner, a 5-0 score, but that was 10 days ago. Had their game against Fort Lauderdale canceled last week. Oh, good cross here. Oh, beautiful, as it skates across the 6-yard box.
Sean, I mean, he's got speed, that kid. You saw him, come as a sophomore from the defensive back and move into offense.
Falcons would love to get an early goal here. Get on the board, Ted. Of course, last time these two teams played, there were no goals scored by either team, so interesting to see which team draws first blood.
Oh, definitely, Drew. And like I was saying before, as far as these coaches, I mean, very disciplined group, great skill sets handed down by both coaches. We got a player down, Drew.
That's Pablo Lee, gets up slowly for Daytona State. Pablo is the leading scorer for the Falcons, 3 goals on the year. And you can be sure Georgia military is going to try and contain him throughout this game here today.
Yeah, it looks like Pablo Lee and Finesca, both scoring machines for Daytona State.
So free kick here coming up for the Falcons. Left-footed blast now played in the box. Through a little bit of traffic, sent out by the Bulldogs. Very interesting schedule Daytona State has put together, of course, in the very unconventional year that is 2021. Coach Sasnett searching for opponents. Opponents include teams like University of Tampa, who's going to be part of the next exhibition for the Falcons. Daytona State now advancing, trying to get numbers forward. Playing teams that are, in a lot of ways, very, very skilled, teams they wouldn't normally play. But that's what Coach Sasson has had to do here in this much different year.
Right, and you look at, Daytona State's Region 8 basically for down here in Florida. And, we've certainly lost a few teams due to this COVID environment. So hopefully they will all come back into the Region 8, which, Daytona State obviously will have an excellent chance as far as going to conference playoffs because there's not too many teams in there.
That's right. Daytona State lost all 3 of their in-state JUCO opponents, Eastern Florida included. They will come back next season, fall of 2021, but this very important time for several Falcon players who are committed to go on to big-time college soccer. This ball sent over. Tavares comes over to handle it for the Falcons.
Nice idea there by the Bulldogs. Both teams kind of feeling each other out a little bit.
Kevin Kelly, the number 9. Beautiful ball this time, right side. Fonseca collects, crosses there. Oh, the one-timer was there to be had for Fonseca, just could not square it up.
I was just in awe right now. I'm surprised that he trapped that ball rather than, strike it right away. He was in a great position to do so. Wow, I bet you he's going to look back at that one and say, oh, I shouldn't have trapped that.
Player down now, Elijah Dixon, part of that back line for Georgia Military. Here it is once more. This ball played perfectly. Fonseca comes over to get it, and this cross set up nicely for the target and just a little bit late for Pablo Lee.
Great job with the replay. Now I understand what happened and why he trapped it. If he knows there was a small deflection, well, Fonseca put it across. Watch it now. Small deflection. There it is.
Yeah.
And that kind of threw off. Totally understand now why you had to trap that ball for Pablo Lee.
So not even 6 minutes into this game. Player down, and it's Elijah Dixon, the sophomore. Dixon may have taken a shot on that last play, as you saw Taichi Inoue come over, the Japanese young freshman for Daytona State. Again, take one more look, see if we get number 5 here taking a shot right there, the collision on that right knee.
Yeah, I caught him on the inside. Obviously, they're checking right now. Hopefully, there's no problems with the ACL. Hopefully, just a really bad Charlie horse at this point.
Halifax Health is partnering with Daytona State College to provide assistance for the education you need to start your healthcare career. Find out more at halifaxhealth.org/education to employment. Just underway here at Daytona State College. Drew Felios with Ted Sofianos and our phenomenal crew here at Daytona State. 81 degrees, conditions nice and warm on this April day, and getting up is Elijah Dixon. That's a good sign. So one more look right there. You saw number 5, top left of your screen, slowly go down there, realizing perhaps that was a hyperextension.
Well, he's up and gingerly walking to the sideline.
So we hope Elijah Dixon is okay for Georgia Military as we continue.
The referee right there did a drop ball. Wait.
Falcons aggressively attacking. Oh, taken down that time. Looking for the call. Looked like Piper McNeil grabbed a handful of jersey of Pablo Lee.
It was a nice display of sportsmanship. When you saw the referee drop the ball, Daytona State elected not to challenge based on the injury. So a nice gesture of sportsmanship there. And hopefully Dixon will put a little bit of ice on that and return to the pitch.
Georgia Military now working out of the center circle. Headed forward. This is Muhammad Awad, player I told you that had the pro potential for Daytona State. He is so good. Transfer from Broward. Now working it up the pitch. Great tackle that time by that back line. And a whistle here as Colleen Jean holds it up now for Daytona State. We have another player down. Oh, how often do you see this couple going down within a few minutes? And that's Engeltoft on the turf now for Georgia.
Muhammad Awad, what happened was as he was running, I think the Georgia Bulldog number 3, Engeltoft, took an elbow to the head. He went down pretty quickly as the Daytona State player Muhammad Awad was off and running. And as you can see just now from that shot, Engeltoft was talking about the elbow.
Very physical game here to start at Daytona State. Tell these teams have a nice healthy rivalry going right now, Ted.
Oh yeah, and they're going to meet. Obviously this is going to be second time, and who knows? They might even meet one more time, depending on championships. But boy, I tell you, this Georgia Military team and the coach for them, Sexton, he's had a lot of success here in the United States. Being the head coach now for the Bulldogs, he's gone to the national semifinals 3 times.
Tremendous resumes, both of the head coaches here today. Maldonado on the far side, able to take it away for Georgia Military. See Georgia, a very defensive team. So far they have been playing a little bit scramble, haven't been able to establish much offensively, but they're certainly trying to mark Daytona State's real threats to score, Ted.
Well, you see as far as the possession arrow goes, it's mostly been in Daytona State's, obviously their offense have been in the Georgia Bulldogs defensive end more than not.
Parr sending it forward. Muhammad Awad tracking it down. Should be a goal kick now for the Falcons.
Good shielding there to let the ball run out and receive the goal kick.
There's Mohammed out of Algeria. Again, came over from Broward College, set to play his collegiate soccer at the next level at Palm Beach Atlantic. Tremendous school for collegiate soccer.
Great soccer over there. Glad that he transferred, I'm sure Bart Sasnett would say, from Broward to Daytona State.
Coach Sasnett says he's really surprised if he is not a pro within 2 years. That's how good this young man is. Tracked down by Gene. And he's able to shield off Gallegos. For the Falcons throw in. Tenth minute here at Daytona, still scoreless.
You know, and speaking of the minutes, Drew, I'm sure the folks out there in TV land that you might have noticed, in the pros, you know, the clock keeps running during an injury. Whereas in collegiate soccer, what they do is they stop it, and so when it does come to zero, there's no extension of time unless, of course, for overtime, which would be, you know, much later on down the road.
A little talking to for Kelman here. Watch the player get elbowed 14 on 14, and Kelman maybe took a little bit of a bump there in the air, got a piece of Maldonado there.
Yeah, just enough to encourage the referee to blow the whistle.
Daytona State represented by players from all over the world. Kelman out of Georgetown, Guyana. Wow. Tavares, the goalkeeper out of London, England. Mohamed Awad, the superstar hailing from Algeria. And Prince Wadubike out of London, England. How about that for good international representation?
Yeah, almost got to 7 continents. You know, one for each one, but not quite, but exaggerate a little bit. But wow, yes, what an assemblance of talent from various parts of the world.
And I didn't even get to Taichi Inoue, the freshman in the midfield today for Daytona State, out of Tokyo, Japan.
Wow.
Falcons clear it.
I'm always amazed at these 2-year programs and how they recruit and how far their reach is. Absolutely amazing. And, you know, it's the whole coaching staff on both sides. That should be very, very happy with the talent that they've obtained in this COVID environment.
Quick sub comes in for Georgia. Now our officials will talk things over here. Talked about the international players for Daytona State. During COVID this fall when school just opened up, a lot of the local kids actually were not around. The international kids had to stay around. So substitute now will come in for Daytona State. This is Mohamed Awad. Coach Sasnett keeping everything rolling as well. We'll see a steady dose of substitutes on both sides. Both coaches will play a lot of players.
Oh, they're deep. No kidding. What you said is 100% true. Both benches run deep for both teams.
I think Coach Sasnett is making the point, hey, he said that our sub could be waived in, and the other official says no.
Obviously a little perturbed.
Rain slowly starts to come down here in Daytona. You can just see how it's kind of made everybody a little uncomfortable, the COVID protocol. Every coach, every player has had to do things they're not accustomed to.
Right. And, you know, without a rule book, you know, obviously you have to adapt, as they've done. And I'm you know, proud of both teams for being able to get on the pitch today, follow protocols. Obviously, if anyone was to test positive, they're not going to be able to meet. So they've obviously been doing a great job.
Sent forward now. Here comes Georgia. Inside the box, shot taken. And it was a missile just high over the crossbar. Ted, I was surprised he was so wide open.
Yeah, it's like the defensive end of for Daytona State just kind of laid down there for him. I don't know if they realized that the kick was going to be taking place right away. They kind of got caught off guard, but lucky for Daytona State, that whizzed by, but that was a missile, Drew.
That was Maldonado. Lethal right foot he has, and this is Tavares. Marco Tavares and William Diaz Goalies for Daytona State should split time once again here today. Let's see which team now adjusts also to the rain, which is coming down right now.
Yeah, that's going to cause the ball to skip quite a bit. You have to have those reflexes ready for those.
Bulldogs send it high. Tavares trying to track it down. Little confusion there. And finally comes over and picks it up. So that's what Georgia clearly trying to do, create a little chaos in front of the goal.
Yeah, these last few minutes, Georgia's done a good job keeping it in the Daytona defensive third.
Tremendous camaraderie with this Daytona State team. Not only are they talented and deep, they work extremely hard. Coach Sasnett joked that I'm just trying not to mess it up here. These kids are so good, so disciplined, so skilled. My job is just to make sure they are in the right spots to succeed. And he's had some good teams here, but now in his 5th season, he says this team is the most talented he's ever had.
Subbing in for the Falcons, number 4, Mohammed.
So you might wonder, you were talking before about COVID, Drew, and where do these students stay if they're international students? Well, let's see what this play does first, and then I'll make a remark as to what I was just going to say.
Now it's Gene spreading it wide. Fonseca. Santiago Fonseca trying to avoid contact. This is Awad. Mohamed Awad, so skilled with the ball. Inside the box now. And this should be a corner for the Falcons.
Wow, he was taking 3 players on at the same time and didn't seem to have a problem. That type of vision is just so unique. It's not for everyone to have that kind of vision and be able to, here's a replay of it again.
Ted, he is 6'5", too. When he is coming at you with a head of steam, very, very tough to defend.
Wow. Yeah, he's got the, not quite, I mean, he's taller than Franz Beckenbauer was back in the day when he used to come from the defensive third, and then, he'd be a big-time goal scorer.
In a way, with the corner. Rule gets a fist on it.
But to be 6'5" and that skilled, that graceful on the pitch, like you were saying, 2 years pro program somewhere. Not surprising one bit.
See the beautiful video board, far side of the field here at Daytona State. Another characteristic about this great stadium that sets it apart from all the rest. That thing is absolutely gorgeous.
And that's why the stadium has been a venue and hosting, various big-time, events. COVID's got me a little bit hazy as far as the year, but I think it was 3 years ago that the men's championship was played here at this new stadium.
Yep.
And Daytona State almost got there. They were doing a heck of a job at the time, and they still are. They've had a great program all these years, right? Like you said, from the onset of the program's start, and obviously having a great coach like Bart Sasnett.
So exciting to be part of that. Wadubike, now the sophomore out of London. 1 goal on the season for Daytona State. See the Falcons slowly connecting the dots. This is in a way.
As I was mentioning before, it would seem that the possession arrow is more in favor of Daytona State so far in the game.
Tackled that time by Jordan Clark. And another sub is up for Georgia Military. You see, that's Elijah Dixon set to check back into the game for the Bulldogs. Good that he looks like he is okay, ready to get back into the game.
Probably not without some soreness tomorrow, though. Both the adrenaline as well as, those types of bruises They don't usually have the initial effect until you're that at night and the next day. I'm sure you can remember those injuries from various sports, Drew.
Elijah Dixon took that hard spill nearly 6 minutes into the game, and here he is once again for the Bulldogs. So a big part of that back line he is. Georgia Military with a couple wins in this young season. 3-0 over Lewisburg College, and then 5-0 over Warner University. Those wins I just mentioned, actually Daytona State's victory slate so far this year. So 8-0 in the 2 wins. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Right now they're almost at 3 goals per game for Daytona State, so they've been a scoring machine since the beginning of the season. But again, 3 games played, a number of, I think 8 more to come in this shortened season.
Falcons now playing on the Bulldogs half. This is Inouye. Awad with a touch. Oh, Aaron passed that time. It'll get through. The Bulldogs will try and clear it. A little sloppy, though, on the ball handling for Georgia Military. Falcons will throw it in again. Time of possession so far owned by Daytona State.
And they continue to apply the pressure. Yeah, that was a great play to just take it back, do a reset. You were getting bunches in the offensive third of Daytona State, and it was just too crowded. You got to open it up a little bit, and that's what they wanted to do.
Coach Sazzett's team now is not scored in 110 minutes of play versus Georgia Military. Hoping to get that first goal here. Ball gets through again. Alfie Rule comes up with it at his feet. Drew Felios, Ted Sofianos. We're on WDSC TV today.
So glad to be back, Drew. So glad to be back. Yes, sir.
Falcons Athletics Network. Big softball win last week. Big baseball win before that. You were part of basketball. I had a chance to call volleyball as well, as sports back in full swing here in Falcons country.
Yes, it's cross country as well. And you might want, some of the people out there in TV land might wonder, okay, so where do they house some of these international students? So just recently, Daytona State had a groundbreaking for their student resident hall. They had a ceremony that was just a couple of days ago. It's called Turning the Dirt. And so the construction will now begins and hopefully in earnest for fall of 2022.
A tremendous job by all the faculty and staff, especially over the last year, having to make those adjustments, Ted, and come together for the common good. Fonseca tried to service another one. And now, towards the touchline, this is Lamardo. He is battling. And the Falcons now will place it down.
Referee should call him on that.
Got to step off.
Mr. Parra is putting himself in jeopardy for a yellow card right now because you're supposed to move away almost immediately. Got a left foot here. It's going to be an in-swinger. A little bit of, a dangerous part of the field.
Santiago Fonseca, sophomore out of Toronto, Canada. Ball's alive. In the box, shot taken. Went far post with it. Just to the outside. Good effort that time. Kevin Kelly nearly had a goal.
Wow. Wow, that was struck so well. Far post, textbook, and the goalie never would have moved. He was also being obstructed at that point by one of his own players. Didn't have a good look at it, and here's a replay, Drew.
This ball was like a pinball. Watch this. Oh. He knows it.
He wants that one back. That was Kelly. It's all right.
Send this one down now. It was Pizarro. And winds up in the hands of Marco Tavares.
Yeah, we really have only seen one shot. It wasn't on goal from Georgia Military.
Look at the ball movement by Daytona State. Pretty soccer here. In a way now. Attacking. And we'll have a throw-in on the far side.
Yeah, they went from a wall ball to a through ball. Hit that outlet on the wing. Great job. Inside, outside. That's how you break it. Break it open that way.
Now it's Gene. Oh, Gene had a chance to stop it and continue the run, but could not do it.
He looked up just at the last second. It's kind of like those pro football players. You're supposed to look the ball into the hands, and then that's, even the professionals been doing it for 10 years, they still drop balls as well.
Awad gets taken down. That's going to be a penalty. Daytona State will have a PK here with just under 21 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, that was a nasty takedown.
And a yellow card issued as well to Piper McNeil. So it's a double whammy.
Wow, that's just salt in the wound, Drew. I mean, he's got the yellow. He's got the penalty kick called.
Number 4.
Oh, that's a beautiful flick right there. As Pablo Lee able to get it to Mohammed, and clearly inside the box, no questions asked. And now Daytona State has a chance to get on the scoreboard here at home.
Mohammed Awad, what he did there just so quickly is just got that toe on it to push it by, and that's why he was taken down. Just too quick and too long, too lanky. And just a quick touch, and that was pretty nasty, though. Now I see why the referee decided to take out the yellow.
So Kevin Kelly will be doing the honors here for Daytona State as Alfie Rule gets set inside the goal for Georgia Military. Lots of pressure here on Kelly, the freshman out of Dublin, Ireland.
So will we have those number of minutes that you quickly mentioned before, Drew? Will it be a goal to break that number of minutes without a goal?
Here we go. Daytona State is on the board.
Goal.
Wait a minute. Blown dead here. Do we have to kick this once more? I believe so.
That usually refers to somebody who moved into the 18-yard box, and that includes that semicircle on the top there. You can see them standing around it.
So Kelly's going to have to score twice here for one, a 2-for-1 here for the Falcons. Can he do it again? 1-0. Daytona State on top of Georgia Military. They finally get it done.
The goalie got a second chance at it. He knows it went right under his body. I mean, he should have saved that.
Scored by number 9, Kevin Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly got very lucky with that because that was, I think he was thinking the goalie was going to dive one way or the other, and the goalie lingered. Rule lingered a little bit, which was a good strategy. And here's the replay, Drew.
Well, you go left, you go right. You can also go right down the middle, and sometimes, Ted, that's the best place to go.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. So I thought it went under his body. No, that went right down the middle, and Rule did well to try to get that with his foot. Missed it just by inches.
So we've got a goal. 1-0 in favor of the Falcons over the Bulldogs. Been a very physical first half of play so far. A couple players have gone down for Georgia Military. They have gotten up and persevered here. We've had a little bit of rain also. just about what we expected. Credit Mohamed Awad for drawing the penalty, and then Kevin Kelly for cashing it in.
There was that skip I was telling you about when the field just gets a little greasy like that. There was that skip that he wasn't ready for. That was Jean. That was really another opportunity for Daytona State. Georgia looked a little bit disheveled getting that ball out of there.
Once again, Falcons just outside the 18. Daytona State controlling it nicely here. They have owned the pace of play here thus far. This is Inouye. He has been very pesky, tough guy to mark for the Bulldogs thus far. And I talked about there's actually 2 players from Japan now on the roster for Daytona State. Coach Bart Sassnett has opened up a new pipeline there.
We got to ask him, how is he doing this kind of recruiting, especially during this environment?
Says it was actually a former player that he coached while he was in Georgia at Darton State College, his previous stop. Guy that is in charge of an academy housing several Japanese players, and says you definitely trust the guys that you've worked with before. It's going to work great things for us in years to come.
Yeah.
This recruiting game, that's how it works, Ted. It's it's all about contacts.
And my hat's off to anyone who can recruit that kind of talent in a 2-year program.
Oh, careful there. High kick. That time for the Falcons. And it was Wadubike who got whistled. Going down was Gallegos.
Gallegos giving a sneer.
Falcon players wanting an offsides before the penalty even happened. Officials have struggled a little bit, Ted, just kind of getting a feel for this game. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's kind of been a little bit
chippy.
A little chippy, and exactly, and not a lot of flow. I was looking for that flow, and it's just like you said, we've had a little bit of chippy fouls, but I believe, because I used to referee quite a bit for about 3 years. You get that ball down and start it. No reason to take all this kind of time.
Sent in now right at the hands of Tavares. Interesting to see if we do see William Diaz, the second keeper for the Falcons. Daytona State quickly trying to get numbers forward. Ball nearly got through.
Nice outlook there.
Got to be careful of the counter. Jose Pizarro, number 21. Falcons marking him. Colleen Jean taps it right back to Tavares. Falcons, the 15th best team in the country right now.
And I wouldn't be surprised, Drew, if those standings move up.
Yep, especially if they get a win today.
Almost 2/3 of this half done.
Now it's Inouye. Daytona State attacking right down the middle of the pitch. Now it's Jean. Inouye again, very active. Nice little 1-2. Kelly comes over, gets tripped up. Ran into a crowd of red jerseys.
So far, the Daytona State defense has really foiled any type of counterattack or attack from Georgia military.
Another player going down for Georgia. He's got his hand up. Don't think he's getting up anytime soon. Looked like he landed kind of awkwardly.
Oh, he's in severe pain.
That's Ryan Peters, who is down. Mohamed Awad talking it over with the official. I think Coach Sassnett, also the players for the Falcons, trying to get on the same page here. Let's take one more look, though. And it looked like maybe the knee got caught up right there. Ooh, it was the ankle. right there.
Oh, that looked like it hurt bad.
Ouch, that hurts.
Yeah, he knew it right away. He took his boot off because he knew he rolled it. And it didn't look like from any contact on the field. Oof.
One more look, and I'm not sure you want to look. Oh, not too bad.
There was a little bit of contact. I hope he can return soon. But when you roll an ankle like that, you're going to have to get it taped. Usually it's ice and tape right away. Hopefully it's not too bad.
So a couple players for the Bulldogs. First we had Elijah Dixon. And then there you see Ryan Peters. Dixon back in. Peters going to be out for a bit as Engeltoft gets set to throw it in. Trying to resume play here. Just over 15 minutes to go in the first half. First goal scored by Mr. Kelly, Kevin Kelly, off the PK. Mohammed Awad did most of the work, drawing the penalty.
And that was a second attempt on that penalty, based on one of the players being inside that 18-yard box. But Kelly finished it twice to make one.
Falcons, for the most part, very intact here in the first half. Tell both teams came out just trying to not make any mistakes. And we've seen some pretty good chances also for both sides. As Schneider Mimi, freshman from Miami, with it now for Daytona State.
I'd say probably the oddest part of today's game thus far. It's probably already taken about 45 minutes to play the where we are right now with 14 left. A number of stoppages in play with injuries.
Good job spreading it around here. What a BK. Now Fonseca. Santiago Fonseca, 2 goals on the year, 4 assists to go with it. This is Kelman. This is what team soccer is all about.
Right, in basketball, right, you want everybody to get a touch right before the ball hits the net, and you're seeing something similar right here.
Mimi had it tapped away. And just that possession, Ted, when you're possessing, that means the other team cannot threaten you.
Right, exactly. A very important point. And they've, Daytona State has done a really great job of, keeping the time of possession in, obviously, quite a bit more for them. I don't have the stats here with me right now, but it's got to be somewhere around 75% in that area.
This is Gene. Gene, oh, good misdirection. Faked the defender out of his shoes that time. So he goes the other way, and this is Fonseca. Right in the middle of the pitch. Kelly with a quick touch. Kelman now, spreading it wide.
This is quite a buildup with all the touches, some great finesse. I mean, they're all being tacticians with the passing has been really amazing for them. Playing to feet, playing into open spaces.
Oh, Awad lofts it up. The flag will come up, though, as Kelly did go offside.
Good job by Georgia right there, stepping it up on the line, creating the offsides. That's good patience. The left wing was being shut down, came back to the keeper. Smart play.
Well, Ted, I must say, so far, very impressed, especially as this game has gone along. Both teams have settled down. We are used to seeing, guys just kind of fly up and down the pitch, take shots. This is much more structured.
Yes.
Both teams more calculating than normal games we're used to calling here at Daytona State.
Right, no, you're right to say that. It's kind of like an orchestration.
Yes.
Right? But yet you've seen some real brilliant moves and passing. And
here's another long shot taken Rule has to slide to knock it down.
That was a bullet.
Great idea, though, for Daytona State. I believe it was Inouye
Yes.
who let that one go.
Yep. With the left foot. Hit a stinger, then it hit the ground, skipped, and just caught the goalie just slightly off. And that's what the rain is going to do when it makes it slippery like that.
Tapped away that time. And we may have a corner kick coming up here for Georgia.
You'll see another, Georgia has done well to get it where it is right now, but how many passes was it? It was about 4 passes. When you start to see DSC going up in their offensive end, they're stringing around 5, 10, 15 passes together before they're making a cross. That is really impressive. That's pro level.
Oh, good move inside the box and knocking it away. Thank goodness for Wadubike, the recovery that time. Otherwise, that could very well be a goal.
Gallegos thought he had one marked there. If that went through the defender's legs, I don't think the keeper would have gotten to it. It was a great turn.
Prince Wadubike stayed with it. What great defenders do. Saved a goal that time for the Falcons. Another corner, they'll go short with this one. Here comes the service. Right to the middle, punched out by Tavares.
Oh, great punch out.
Both teams getting good chances. That'll be an offside.
Just slightly. Just got caught sleeping a little bit there. He was pretty much in the right position. Just had to be a few feet towards center line.
That was Chris Amar, whistled that time. So we've seen Muhammad Awad and his pro potential headed to Palm Beach Atlantic. Other commits for Daytona State, Angel Lamardo, number 8, going to St. Leo. And Cortez Kelman, sophomore defender out of Guyana, headed to Chicago State.
Whoa.
There's going to be a lot more players, though, Ted, committing in the next few months for the Falcons. And remember, this is a year where if you want to come back here and play collegiate soccer, you can certainly do that.
Right. I would assume there's a lot of four-year programs out there that's got Bart Sasnet on speed dial.
Definitely would say so. There's Pablo Lee getting up. We'll slow that time. One of the local players. When I say local, I mean West Coast, in his case, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch High School. Oh, taken away nicely. This is Gene. Trying to contain him. Good luck. He's had some battles with Maldonado.
Oh, boy. You see the chatter going back and forth. A little snipey there, guys. The ref might want to close that down. You know, they said during COVID, it's been less communication, not between those two.
Well, Gene is a playmaker. Second-year player out of Homestead.
I tell you, his center of gravity, his balance, when he gets knocked off the ball,
Pretty solid.
He's solid, yeah.
Santiago Fonseca now, 4 assists, top assist guy for Daytona State. Trying to put one here in position.
Lefty
Good
swinger.
spot. Oh, set up the header, just could not get a head on it.
Dangerous. Yowza.
Contact there. Falcons will own it. Making sure Kelly is marked. Also, Muhammad Awad. Awad's got that size too, Ted, that 6'4" frame on a set piece. That's an easy target.
They're right. There's nobody that's going to outjump him. There's nobody on the field that can outjump 6'4".
Taichi Inouye. Ball's got some curl. Oh, Awad was there for the header. And you saw Rule crashing in. Fonseca now. Send it left. Can they keep this play alive? Yes, they will. Inouye. In the air, up for grabs. Header set up again over the crossbar. Great effort. Wadubike just a few feet away.
Wow, what they're stringing together. Right now, the vision for Daytona State's offense has been really something special. They just haven't capitalized on some of these, and obviously they've had more chances as far as in the offense against the Georgia goalie.
The Falcons.
Here's a
number
replay on
18,
that. Look how open he is.
Rochon.
That's the target they wanted. Just sent it high that time. I'll tell you what, this Tai Chi Inoue, he is impressive, isn't he?
Oh. I mean, before it was with his left foot. This was an in-swinger with his right. So obviously he is definitely ambidextrous to be able to use both feet without one of them being so dominant. That is a rare specialty to have. You know, I was a lefty, Drew, and I couldn't get away from it. You know, I was lucky that my right foot was actually there because it was not, it wasn't the dominant part of me.
Fonseca trying to keep this run going.
You can hear the fans. I know they're socially distant. We don't have a ton in the stands, but you can hear them when Fonseca lights it up like that.
Not classified as fans, but friends and family.
Friends and family, exactly.
At games here at Daytona State. Great to see Falcons contingency representing in the stands here at this gorgeous venue.
I envy them, Drew. I wanted to be in the box today. You know, watching the pitch live. But these digs are pretty good though here at the Daytona State TV studio.
I know everybody's so proud. Tom Abasso, of course, president of the school, big soccer fan.
Oh yes.
And of course, so easy to root on this program, growing since day one and one of the premier programs now in the country.
Oh yeah. When Bart Sazin got here, I mean, the program, they already had, I couldn't believe it. They already had talent recruited, and they were in it to win it from the beginning. Done a great job thus far.
Falcons not done just yet. Still over 4 minutes before intermission.
One of the things that I noticed with the Daytona offense is using those wings effectively. That's going to be a foul.
No whistle this time. Probably should have been.
Wow. Ref let that one go. Surprising. He pushed him in the back and pushed him down. That's foul in my book. Maldonado has every right to be a little bit incensed by that.
Talking about Dr. Labasso too, I heard his sons are pretty good players, huh?
His son and his daughter, both excellent. Yes. Still with the game. Daughter is the older one, heavily recruited.
Wow.
You know, this stadium is also used by high schools and other events, so got an opportunity to watch Dr. Labasso's daughter play when she was in the high school at this field here.
Okay. First half comes to a close, Ted. Who's been the most impressive player that you've seen so far for Daytona State?
It's kind of been like the trifecta. I mean, Wad, Gene, and Inoue. Those three, but Fonseca as well. So let me put it up to 4. But I mean, each one complements the other.
Here he is, Fonseca with a blast. Oh, that came close. It was a laser, and it would have been his 3rd goal on the season.
Look where he struck that from. My goodness. That had some mustard on it. Wow, that's a good 27 yards out, right about there.
Like the mentality, though, Ted, no matter where you are, think goal.
Wow. That's rules saying not a problem. Don't worry. I had that covered. We'll never know.
Trying to keep the defense honest for Georgia Military. Tavares now will pick it up, kill a little clock time as well.
Never seen that before.
You've certainly seen a lot too, Ted.
Oh boy. I mean, I know you could have just picked it up and walked with it.
Lots to be excited about in the coming years in the great game of soccer. Of course, got a World Cup coming to the United States down the line.
Oh, how about Matthew McConaughey
Yep.
being part owner for, I believe it's an Austin, Texas team, if I've got that correct. And that'll be next season, I believe. They'll be up and running.
Yep. Austin FC also have, of course, here in the Sunshine State, Miami now playing MLS. Orlando City, of course, starting to revitalize their franchise. Tampa Bay area, Tampa Bay Rowdies, Eastern Conference champions in the USL last year, would have competed for a championship. COVID, of course, canceled that.
Right. I will be honest, though, I'm a Premier League watcher a lot of the time, although I do love the MLS rather. And part of it's, who I'm married to. She's from London. So, of course, I'm going to watch Premier Soccer.
Final
10,
10 seconds
9,
here at Daytona State.
7,
Falcons
6,
will take a 1-0 lead into the
4,
locker room.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Daytona State scoring off a PK
That
in
is
the
the end of the
25th
first half.
minute.
The score.
Kevin Kelly coming
The
through.
Falcons 1,
Mohamed
Bulldogs
Awad
0.
making it happen. As a goal up after 45 minutes. First half,
Fans,
little
a
chipper,
reminder,
but
please
Daytona
keep
State
at least 6
excited
feet
to have the
distance
lead
between you
as
and
they go
others
to break.
outside your
1-0.
party. We have
Tap
seats
time.
in the stands
Festivities
between
from
6
Falcons country.
Please, only
We'll be
sit
back
in those designated
in
seats
about 10 minutes.
and maintain
Till
the
then,
appropriate
many
social
messages
distance.
on campus here from
Face
Daytona
coverings
State
must always
College.
be worn properly, covering mouth and nose.
Experience in college, I played at a junior college. And I also started off as an assistant coach at a junior college. So it's one of those things you really have to wrap your mind around, that you're dealing with 18, 19, 20-year-olds. So we don't have the benefit of having juniors or seniors. So you're basically preparing them for life right from the get-go. A lot of people say you always, you bring in players and you lose them so fast, you don't get them for 4 years. But in some cases, we're okay with that because we want to rebuild and try and regroup and bring a new group in. But in some years, it's so difficult because you have so many players that you essentially know that, they're fantastic players, they're fantastic people. You hate to lose them, but you only got them for 2 years, so it's bittersweet. The expectations are always high, so you don't have an excuse not to succeed. We set the Golden Seal, the standard for all of junior colleges in the country, and there's no question about it. I'm very proud of our soccer program. We've had, for men's programs in the state of Florida, we have the last 2 years been above a 3.0 GPA, got multiple academic All-Americans, and for me, that's a first, in my career. So I've really bought into, what I call the Falcon way of academics, and it's transpired over to us getting more players placed at four-year schools for not just their athletic ability, but for their academic ability. So I've really bought into that because it's something that if you don't buy into it 100% and realize that the only reason why we have this soccer program or any program at Daytona State is because of our academics. We've been in the community. We've done so much at the different local soccer parks. We've worked for Habitat Humanity. We've done Fridays in the park in Port Orange, helping out in the community. It's been really great. I have no doubt in my mind that it's helping these young men become better people by helping them in the community and giving back. And after all, we essentially back in the day, all the two-year schools were called community colleges, and this is our community. Volusia and Flagler County is, so we want to make sure we give back. The vision of Dr. Labasso and Mr. Dunn and Dr. Labasso were imperative in the success of us getting all of this wonderful facility and these wonderful resources, like having cameras, during games and stuff, and news coverage and stuff like that. So I'm sure it's an amazing experience for these young guys, and I think it's all the hard work they've put in. But the vision of Daytona State is just, it surpasses most junior colleges. any that I know of, without question. So it's a fun time. It's fun to go to work. It's fun to show up and be in an amazing facility. It's fun to see kids enjoy it. That's what it was built for. It was built for players. I always tell people everything you see is nice, but it was built for our students. So I love that they get that experience.
It feels amazing. I mean, the stands, everything looks great. You know, it's just a plus. I mean, we're a good team, so that just brings us, you know, more energy to play and win.
It feels great coming here. I mean, I was here last year, and the new stadium was something we always looked forward to last year. We were just like, oh, I can't wait to play in our stadium, on campus. And the best part is that we have the TV program, so it helps expose our team. We got a really good team, so I'm just excited every time we get to step out here.
We got to find a way to put the ball in the back of the net more consistently when you get those chances. Because when you're playing a good team, you're not going to get that many chances. So you got to maximize your opportunities.
The Daytona State College of Education is forever grateful to Volusia Flagler County Schools and our collaborative partnership that allows us to spend this exciting time out in the field working with these wonderful students, doing one-on-one reading instruction 4 days a week.
Daytona State has definitely prepared me for being a teacher with all the field work that we've been able to experience through the program, as well as the support and help from all of our wonderful professors. And being able to work one-on-one with the students has been a wonderful opportunity to experience that already before I get placed in my senior internship.
So today, we're going to learn about something that I think is really fascinating. We're going to be learning about weather balloons.
In the IMES lab, we have state-of-the-art equipment that help us further our research.
We are going to be surveying the seagrass beds here at Oak Hills and looking at how they're changing over time.
I love doing this, coming out into the field and actually getting my hands dirty. And
You get to do everything you've ever wanted to do in a marine biology program. You get to go out into the field and actually do the work.
We are truly building a program here for students that are interested in conducting undergraduate research. It's a rather rigorous program for a two-year college.
I'm going out and studying horseshoe crab populations and seeing where their nesting sites are and how often they nest where they are.
The professors motivate us, they inspire us to continue our research and to better ourselves in the scientific community.
This is much better than sitting in a classroom just looking at pictures and listening to people talk. We get to actually feel and see the plants in their natural habitat.
I love this class. I love everything about it, the learning of the names of the flowers. Now it's like putting a name with a face.
We understand this year has been overwhelming for most of our community. The struggle to take care of yourself and your family, the uncertainty. At Halifax Health, our doors are always open, and we're here to make you feel safe again. We're here so you don't have to hide from your health. We're here to take care of you. Halifax Health. Live your life well.
Daytona State College is expanding nursing and healthcare programs with additional classes at the Flagler Palm Coast campus. With new state-of-the-art learning facilities, students will be able to finish all requirements for the nursing associate degree, which can be completed in 2 years, then transition easily into the online bachelor degree for increased earning potential. Call 386-506-3052 or visit us online at daytonastate.edu.
Thinking about college? Through Direct Connect, you can transfer from Daytona State College to UCF to complete your bachelor's degree and save big on tuition. In fact, an AA at DSC guarantees you admission to any Florida public university. Find out more at daytonastate.edu.
Daytona State Soccer Complex here on a soccer Saturday. Our score, Daytona State 1-0 over Georgia Military. The Bulldogs are in town. They're yet to get on the scoreboard. Today's broadcast of Daytona State Athletics brought to you by Halifax Health, a proud supporter of Falcon Athletics and the official healthcare provider for the Falcon Athletic Program. Hope you enjoyed our halftime. So many incredible opportunities here on campus at Daytona State College. Our crew made up of Daytona State students, as always, and administrators, Drew Felios, Ted Sofianos, Ted, great first half. Daytona State with a 1-0 lead. Only one goal scored in the series so far between these two teams. What do you make of the first 45 minutes?
If I'm Bart Sasnett, coach of Daytona State, I want to be a little bit more greedy. One goal lead against this a great team, Georgia Military, the Bulldogs. It's going to be a little bit scary, I think, for him unless he can kind of lengthen that lead by a goal or two coming up in the second half. We're going to have to see.
All right, let's take a look at the highlights of half number one. Crew again doing an amazing job capturing the sights and sounds for you here today. And this was a missile sent on by Georgia. But then, little flick there, tremendously done. Pablo Leda, Muhammad Awad, contact inside the box. Oh, yeah, that's a PK. And Kevin Kelly would have to do it not once, but twice, Ted.
That was a great read by Kelly there on the goal. He had already put it in the far corner before that, but did a good job to get a one. And that was Fonseca. Terrific. Fonseca has been really just such a bright light, as so many of these students are for Daytona State thus far.
We've seen Daytona State also, Ted, they've had to be very patient, slow things down, get settled, communicate. They've done a good job of that. They got better as that first half went along.
Yeah, and as the flow started to get a little bit better, because at the beginning of the game, it was very, very chippy, a lot of fouls being called. Like I said before, it took an hour to play 45 minutes with all the stoppages.
Coach Sasnett doing a great job coaching these young Falcons, and several will go on to play at the next level. Guys like Angel Lamardo, Cortez Kelman, Muhammad Awad as well, a future pro for Daytona State.
There's Gallegos ready for the kickoff. He had the only dangerous attempt in the Daytona State. It was actually a 6-yard box. And luckily, the defender who was on him at that point was able to clear it out.
Glad you're with us here today. Second half coming up from Daytona State. Sit back, enjoy some great soccer, Falcon style on WDSC TV.
Yeah, you said it right before, Drew. I mean, the game started, once all those stoppages cleared out, the flow got much better to just be a fan, be a spectator, watching that last 25, 35 minutes of the game.
This young man, very impressive. Talking about number 7, Taichi Inoue, the midfielder. Just a freshman from Tokyo, Japan. Seen some great Japanese players come over to the United States. Participate in the MLS, USL as well. Throughout academic institutions, throughout the NCAA and NJCAA. Did have a little bit of rain earlier on, if you're just joining us. Did not pose a threat, though, quickly went away. And again, it has been physical since the jump, as we've got contact once again and likely a card coming up for the Falcons here for the first time.
Yeah, the referee went quick to the holster for the yellow card there. Anytime you show the bottom of your boot to the opposing player, you're going to, especially if you connect with them, you're going to get a yellow card.
That's Cortez Kelman drawing the yellow, so he is booked, and he'll head out of the game here for the Falcons.
And here's a great replay there.
Yellow card issued to the Falcons.
You can see exactly what I was just talking about, Drew, on that one. Not only did he show him the bottom of his boot, he also clipped him on the ankle pretty bad, but good that both are okay after that exchange.
Want to play physical, but you also want to play smart. You want to play within yourself, right?
Oh, I mean, that's a big no-no. He knows that one. You should have just run through with your chest. As you're looking at that ball, was it just chest high? I know you want to put a foot on it, but you just run through it and you have a much better opportunity to keep possession of that.
Corner kick now. This is Carlos Maldonado. Headed out by the Falcons. Daytona State quickly to clear. Inoue looks so good with the ball at his feet. Tried to get it forward. Gene. And now right side. Falcons will keep the run. Inside the box now. Daytona State. Another good opportunity here. Left-footed blast. Deflected.
That'll be a foul, yeah. I tell you, he's exciting watching Fonseca. He'll shoot from anywhere, any angle.
Oh, Rhea's going to get booked as well. So a couple cards here for Daytona State within a minute of each other.
Oops. Yep. He'll be called
Yellow card
off.
issued to the
For the
Falcons,
sub.
number 6, Diego Reyes.
So you've got Roja, Vander Roja coming in, number 18.
Coach Sazet a little frustrated, not the way he wanted to start half number 2. You got to have all of your weapons out there to get a victory over Georgia. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs have not been their usual offensive self here today, but credit Daytona State's defense. They have been very well organized. They have not let possessions last very long for the other side. Also, done a great job clearing today, making those threats very, very short.
Yeah, you just watched right there. They had about maybe 4 or 5 passes strung together, which is excellent, but then it got broken up after that. Georgia military showing a little bit more possession this half thus far, but only 3 minutes into it.
Wadubike in place. Oh, this ball gets through. Shot was set up, and it skates over the head of the keeper. And keep in mind for Daytona State, that is a new goalie here in for the second half. That is William Diaz, the freshman out of Sanford. So local product there. William Diaz, Seminole High School represented in net right now for Daytona State.
You don't usually see that. You don't usually see a coach split his goalkeepers 50-50 like that. So he must be, Bart Saznet, highly impressed with both of them.
Shows the confidence that Coach Saznet has as well, because usually if you got a clean sheet, you don't make any changes. But Coach Saznet feels like that's our best chance to win, to continue to let both of these guys have a chance.
The referee just let the Georgia military player take that ball 15 yards up from where it actually went out.
Ball crossed again right into the hands of Diaz. See Diaz, he's much shorter than Tavares is in goal.
Did you see that outlet pass, though, from the goalie to the left wing, past half court there? Wow, that was impressive. I like the way he takes that with the side of his left foot and bangs it crisply right up that wing.
Taichi Inoue will set it down now. This is Mimi to come up and throw it in for the Falcons.
The little bit of rain that we had has subsided, but still I'm thinking that the pitch is just a little bit slippery. We'll be able to see through a few bounces and skips here and there, or if the ball doesn't skip, that is.
Kevin Kelly, good job to switch the point of attack for Daytona State. This is Inoue. He'll win it. Can't get through, though. Contact made, and Daytona State will have it in a pretty good spot.
He is so tough on the ball.
Once again, they got to give him a little bit of room there, Ted.
Right. Again, for me, referee's going to have a little bit of a discourse with him. He knows better. You got to move away. He's never again, he said. I think he said that's your second time. You got to move away. Now the ref is going to step off 10 yards.
And now you can hear the rain slowly coming down once again. Heavy rain throughout the night and in the early morning here in Daytona. Taichi Inoue, impressive today. Tries to slide one through. Gets deflected out.
Yeah, he didn't seem to catch that the way he wanted to. Diaz was way out on that clear. You have to be perfect, because if you pass to the wrong person, we saw Wayne Rooney just last year take one from the midfield because the goalie was out of place.
That's Kelly.
If I'm the Bulldogs coach, if I'm Coach Sexton, I feel really good about my chances of still in it.
Very much so. Ball will take a bounce. Coming up to get it is Diaz. Coach Sasnett and Daytona State knew what they'd be up against here this afternoon. As soon as I mentioned the opponent, had a chance to talk to him earlier this week, Ted. He said, these guys are good. There is no two ways about it. This is not going to be an easy out.
So far, pretty much in the second half, equally matching each other as far as possession and opportunities. And looks like the rain's starting to pick up here, Drew. You can hear it pelting our cameras out there. Some of the family members are going to find some shelter at this point. But hey, this is Florida. You know, you wait 2 minutes, it'll change.
So some squalls right now making their way right over the campus here at Daytona State. And this possibly could be a delay moving forward. We'll see. We're playing on right now. No sights of lightning just yet, but the conditions becoming pretty difficult at the moment.
Call the foul there.
Wadubike will take the ball, and they'll place it right across the midfield line. 1-0 is your score. And credit to our crew right now, braving this monsoon out on the pitch.
The good news is, I'm looking at the radar here, it looks like it'll be fairly short. Should clear out in the next several minutes.
Next several? How many minutes is that?
I'm going to go with several. You know what? I know a few means a 3, a couple means 2, a several, 6, 7 minutes. See, it's already lighter. You can hear the pelting just a little lighter now.
Mohamed Awad now. Awad, the orchestrator of that first half goal. In a way, working in a crowd. This is Mimi. Mimi lays it nicely. Pablo Lay. Good education for these players right now, learning how to play when the conditions are not so ideal.
Right. And it's just part of soccer. The only way they're going to stop this game, obviously, if any lightning strikes happen. You see some real skill level there from the Daytona State players, mainly Mimi, working in a tight space right there. Precision pass also.
Now it's Kelly. Kelly along that touchline, corner kick coming up for Daytona State. Under 35 minutes to go now.
Yeah, looked there for a while that Georgia Military was getting a good handle on possession in the game. We are now seeing Daytona trying to not only possess but be more dominant.
Getaway goes short with it. They'll get it back to him. And now here comes the service. Trying to put it on a dime here. Well played. Elijah Dixon slipping and sliding. Colleen Jean tries to send it up the pitch.
Yeah. Sounds as if those several minutes that I mentioned, Drew, came to fruition.
I don't know, maybe a weather forecaster is in your future?
That was 1984, Drew.
Oh, so you did take a shot at it, didn't you?
Weekend weather reporter for WPTZ Channel 5 News up in Plattsburgh, New York.
Wow.
They got sick and tired of me hanging around the studio. They say, here's a car, go find something.
Nice one, too. Daytona State threatening now. Get some numbers up the pitch. Falcons trying to send it again into the box. It's headed out.
Going to do a reset here.
Yes, it is.
Interesting. If you look at the way Georgia is marking, it's a little bit loose. I mean, if I'm coach, I'm a little bit uncomfortable with that. You know, I want my defenders in almost in the hip pocket.
This is maybe played by Kelly. Daytona State still unfazed by the conditions, still continuing to work their system. Colleen Jean now. Jean's played well today. Georgia Military tries to sneak one through. Quick counter. Got to stay on your feet, though, and that's not easy to do now with the slick pitch.
Yeah. You've seen a number of slips right now. A few players on both sides going down. Bit dangerous there.
Sent out quickly by William Diaz. Defender falls down.
Wow.
Trouble here. Pablo Lee sneaking in. Kevin Kelly's shot is high. Oh, Kelly.
Oh, all he had to do was place it. He could have passed that in rather than take such a, so much power on that. He just did. Probably reacted just a little bit nervously, thought somebody was on his back, and just a little bit lack of poise there for that one on Kelly.
Kelly had a great opportunity in the first half also. And he sailed high, but remember, he does have the lone goal. He had to score twice on a PK. So Daytona State still up by a score of 1-0. Drew Felios with Ted Sofianos. We're in the 60th minute here at Daytona State's soccer complex.
Oh, so glad to be back with you again, Drew.
Kevin Kelly going to get called this time for the offside. Great to be back with you also, Ted. So many great opportunities here on campus. How about the sponsorship this year with Halifax Health? All the great opportunities we saw at the half. Here's one more look at the shot. Kelly, point blank, right there.
Wow. He'd like that back 1,000 times.
Pablo Lee, he's been so dangerous on that left side. Here he is again. Tried to cross it in. Oh, he is so good with the ball at his feet.
Yeah. Real quick. I mean, such skillful and quick finesse that young man has. Very dangerous with the ball each and every time.
Both teams right now not able to gain possession. Ted just kind of trading blows back and forth here.
A little bit of plinko, a little bit of ping pong going back and forth with the headers, but it'll settle down in just a moment.
Teaching moment here for Dave Sexton, 6 seasons in the books as the head coach of Georgia Military.
Yep. Both of these coaches have winning records like in the 700s, and I mentioned that in the very beginning of the game. Very, very impressive resumes for both.
Georgia Military routinely in the postseason. Georgia Military really, really methodical here. Offense has just not been, I think, to their standard throughout the afternoon. They have been outplayed substantially by the home side, Daytona State.
There was a nice string of passes from the back, but it got broken up.
Hold on. I've got a microphone too.
Center circle now.
Is that okay? That's great. Thanks, Mike.
Nice through ball down the right wing.
I can leave some paper towels.
Falcons able to stay with it. Daytona State trying to double their lead here. In a way. To Mimi. Mimi lets one go.
Kind of missed the mark on where the players were.
How about Muhammad Awad? Little bicycle kick action here. Good counter, though, set up by this team from Georgia. Gallegos will send one. Cross! Diaz comes over to douse the flame.
Some great action there, though. Bodies flying. Diaz just kind of stole that away from the offensive header.
Gallegos had some good chances this afternoon for the Bulldogs. Now it's Mimi. Angel Lamardo's been a tremendous leader for Daytona State, does all the little things, Bart Sasnett says, especially in the offseason when it came to getting organized. And a lot of days when, of course, the program could not practice with COVID protocol. Players had to take things upon themselves to make sure they stayed in game shape and polished their skills at the same time. Took a lot of discipline. And that's why this team has impressed the coaching staff so much here in 2021.
I mean, it's just a real display of discipline and temerity on behalf of all these players. Stay in shape, to stay on their game plan. Oh, wow.
Falcons trying to work it. Got it in the box there, but just momentarily. Santiago Fonseca trying to work some magic.
What I haven't seen in the other 3 or 4 years that I've been broadcasting with you, Drew, during these games, is that every single one of these Daytona State players can possess and dribble and beat their man. I haven't seen that to this degree, to this skill level before.
Good ball here. This is Jean. Colleen Jean in close. Sends it over the cross. Oh, at the doorstep that time. Pablo Lee can't finish. And he was offside anyway.
I'm not sure how anybody was offside on that one because the pass was actually put behind.
Subbing in for the Falcons, number 11.
Adley is shaken up here.
I think he ran into the goalpost.
Very dangerous play. These wet conditions. Hopefully Pablo Lee is okay. He's had a really nice day for the Falcons. Here's one more look. Yeah, his foot there grazes the left goalpost. But that is a tap-in, Ted, to be had.
I'm really surprised. Those are the conditions, though. The conditions of the field, I think, kind of assisted with that no goal there. And it looked like he almost did a split, which, that's going to hurt the hammy quite a bit. So we do have a stoppage in play here.
And it comes with just under 24 minutes to play in this game. Well, the rain has come down throughout the day. Hasn't exactly been the prettiest affair between both of these sides, but Daytona State right now has the better of it. Whoever comes out with this victory is certainly going to earn it. That is for sure.
And this has been exciting. I mean, once we got through the kind of the chippiness in the beginning of the game and it really turned into like a free flow game, it's been enjoyable all the way through. I'm sure the fans out there sitting in your couches checking this game out, I'm sure you've been enjoying it.
Here's one more look. Pablo Lee waiting for the pass here.
Do you want to reach your career goals in healthcare?
Yep, I do see why the referee put it up. I thought it was a little bit more diagonal back, but it wasn't. And he was just slightly offside, so good call by the referee there.
Can be the most difficult call to make, too, in a situation like that.
Without the VR, you know, the video
VAR,
replay,
yep.
VAR, which I'm not a big fan of, to be quite honest.
Well, accelerate your education by taking advantage of the incredible opportunities offered through Halifax Health partnership with Daytona State College. If you want a rewarding career in healthcare, find out how we can help at halifaxhealth.org/education to employment. Ted, how cool is it to have just a world-class medical facility right next to campus here at Daytona State?
Oh, and to partner up with the various medical programs that we have, they've been awesome. Very, very glad, of course, to have them as partners, as so many other businesses and industries across Volusia and Flagler County, partnering up with Daytona State in a number of different fields. New optician program just started here at Daytona State. Yeah, I've seen so much growth since I've been here for the last 16, 17 years.
And I got to say, it's been a while since we've worked together. Congratulations on the recent accomplishment here on campus, Ted. Always proud of you.
I'm just glad they tapped my shoulder for this to be with you. You know, to be hopefully a decent sidekick for you. You know. Oh, that was called a salad. The Meg through the legs.
Sukata making it happen. Oh, tremendous save. Alfie Rule was in trouble. Park Wickheiser was about to finish it off for Daytona State, and somehow the keeper gets a hand on it.
I was going to scream goal. There's the Meg. Wow. Just a great service there. Oh. You know, you got to hand it to the keeper getting his hands up. If he drives that ball in low, it's in, but man, great job by the keeper.
Corner kick now, Angel Lamardo, sophomore mid for Daytona State. Nice and high. Trying to get again, Muhammad Awad use his stature, try and head that one in. And there you see number 17, Yutaro Sukata, the freshman who led that last run for Daytona State. He is the other Japanese forward for the Falcons. Has not played the last two games, been a little bit injured. They're thrilled to have him back here today.
So I think the referee realized he kind of missed a call there when the guy went boots up, right? And, you know, number 17, who you just mentioned, Sukata, he was a little bit miffed, rightfully so. And so then you saw a little bit more chippiness, and the referee said, okay, that's it. I think that was a good call by the referee. You got to keep control. You don't want it to get out of hand with those types of fouls.
So here's Yutaro Sukata on the free kick for Daytona State. This one a little bit low. Handled. Outside the box now. Tap it back to Sukata. Player goes down, and he is hurt. Can hear the screaming.
Oh, no.
More contact. The official will come over and check on him. Another dangerous play. We've seen several of them here today as both of these teams continue to go at each other. Angel Lamardo is down on the ground.
Oh, no. I see him grabbing his shin. I just hope it's not his knee. No, the ref was, I know he's upset about not getting the foul, but the ref was kind of doing a play on there.
Oh, stepped on his back heel.
Oof. Yeah, he's saying play on. You can see the referee put his hands up in the air, play on, advantage to Daytona State in that respect.
So, corner kick again for the Falcons. This one going to go a little bit deeper. Awad tried the bicycle. Did get somewhere with it. Vander Rocha now out of Lake Mary, another local product. This is a long drive just over the crossbar Oh, Sukata nearly had
goodness. You know, in Greek we call that the rama. It's that that's that Y post up there, or an L post rather, and it's called the rama. And boy, he was looking for that the whole time. Just skimmed the post. Gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous placement with that shot. Here's the replay.
Remember that name, Yutaro Sukata. Oh, just out of the reach of Rule. And now Daytona State gets a call. You see there, that's maybe one to make up for the last one, Ted, that they did not get.
I took mine out and had to put it back in. It started raining again.
Comes the rain. You can hear it pelting the cameras again.
Sukata once again. He is fun. Hang on to your seat when 17 has it. He is special.
You know, if your coach says it, you got to be really proud of distribution and possession. But boy, how can he not help to feel greedy right now? You know, you should have a couple more in the back of the net.
Now it's Sukata. Shifts it back. This is Mimi.
He is elusive. Sukata, he's elusive though. He looks like he's almost kind of just playing coy, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's off to the races.
Very confident young man, isn't he?
Yeah.
So entertaining, Yutaro Sukata. They are very happy to have him back. Of course, has had the limited time coming off the injury. Gets a chance here in the second half to come in here, make an impression. Sometimes you don't have many chances to come in, show what you can do.
Right.
He is making a serious case at more playing time here as another substitute comes in for Georgia Military.
And if Daytona State wants to take this win home, they're really going to have to batten down the hatches here, no matter how difficult the play is with the rain. And vice versa, Georgia now going to get a foul there at the semicircle. They're going to have to obviously work a bit harder on offense to get that equalizer.
Looking here at Sukata in the second half for Daytona State, and that's the one thing about this particular team. Coach Sasnett reiterated to us, he's got about 6 kids coming off the bench that could easily start on this team. Once again, in the heavy rain, Daytona State trying to bear the elements here at home.
Yeah, just a little bit sloppy there on both teams. And found Sukata as the outlet.
Sukata, pinpoint on the passing. Falcons quickly get it up the pitch. Knocked down by Rule. A little bit of patience there needed, perhaps.
I think he thought the keeper was, he didn't strike it well. He thought the keeper was kind of out of position, and I think that was a shot.
Awad tops it out now. Got just under 17 minutes to play. The goal coming in the first half in the 25th minute off a PK. The number 9, Kevin Kelly, first goal of the year for the Falcons, came up big.
There's another stoppage in play. Boy, we've had a number of players down today. He's saying, okay, I'm all right, but there's going to have to be a sub since he stayed down for that amount of time. If he had popped up, the referee wouldn't be looking for a sub.
Well, that's Angel Lamardo. Remember, he went down when the Georgia military player stepped on his back heel, and he just doesn't look like he is ready to continue here. Definitely has to come out and rest that thing.
Yeah, he's hobbling. Let's see who the coach of Daytona State subs in for him. Find out in just a moment here. Not a deluge, but certainly bothersome, this kind of rain.
Carlos Maldonado on top of it. Maldonado, dangerous ball this time. Again, William Diaz, tremendous shot blocker, comes up for the Falcons.
He really commands the box well. He really commands that 18-yard box well.
Daytona State looks up at the scoreboard, sees just over 16 minutes left. See if the one goal is going to be enough. Got to close out this team from Georgia.
I tell you, if I'm the Daytona State head coach, I'm getting antsy because it's just too close right now for that 1-0 lead after the number of opportunities that they have had. Diaz kind of eats some seconds off the clock there, pushing everybody up. By doing that right now, they've created offsides. If they had a counter, but that's not going to happen at this point.
Wadubike there getting airborne. And now Mimi comes over, sends it up in the air. Georgia military. Still very much in this game, can tie it with a goal. Daytona State has owned possession. They've owned the chances. They've owned just about every statistical category here in this game, but the number on the scoreboard, the most important.
Going to push everybody up now.
Colleen Jean on top of it for the Falcons. Well, how about the soccer umbrella there? Toted nicely.
Hey, look at, yeah, that looks like that's something I'd like to own.
Fits the occasion. That's Wendy, our red hat. I don't know how she got her hands on such a stylish umbrella there. Certainly want one of those, Ted.
Maybe.
That is perfect. Are you kidding? Hey,
Well
Wendy.
done. Hey, how you doing?
Wendy always commands either the field or the court or the baseball field, wherever she's at, throughout Daytona State events. Here on WDSC TV, just under 15 minutes to play.
Well, she's got those nice accessories, Drew. Like you said, I don't know where I could get one of those soccer umbrellas. I'm going to have to look on, QVC or Amazon for one of those.
Wind is picked up here. See the conditions. Players just weathering the storm literally as Sukata has another free kick.
It's got a nice ring to it, that name as well, Sukata.
Sukata, off the post again. Falcons have had several goals turned back. There's another shot. Rebound is there. Awad couldn't get a swing.
Wow.
Oh, this game could easily be 3 or 4-0.
And it probably, as far as Coach Sasnet's concerned, it should be. That was just bad communication right there.
Picked up again by William Diaz. Coach Sasnet wanting to get out of here with another victory. Would be the 3rd win of the season for Daytona State. It's about 12 and a half minutes away here. Coach Sasset now doing some teaching as another line change set to happen for the Falcons. This is one of those games where you hope to get a victory, but there's also so much to learn from. Moving forward, so many chances should have been cashed in.
2 posts. We've seen 2 posts in the last 10 minutes. One was the crossbar, and one was a side post. And almost by, point blank range. Just haven't been able to capitalize.
Let's take a look at the last chance here, Ted. This would have made it 2-0.
Dangerous ball. There's wow.
And then another knockdown again. I'll tell you, Alfie Rule has done a great job in goal for the Bulldogs today.
Oh, he's made it happen for them. That's why this game is so darn close. He's done a stupendous job for his team
3 subs coming in for Daytona State: Santiago Fonseca, Kevin Kelly, and number 21, Pablo Lee. So Coach Sassett wants his best players on the pitch here for the final 10 minutes.
Yeah, 2 of those players, if I remember, left because of yellows, so he's put them back in. Hopefully, Coach will not suffer any ill effects from those substitutes that he just put on the field by hopefully not accumulating in a second yellow, which of course then it's a red card. Rain has slightly abated here.
Carlos Maldonado will toss it in here.
But I would think the conditions are super slippery now.
Looks like there could possibly be some more rain headed toward us. So Daytona State just trying to hang on here for the stretch run, as we're going to have another corner for Georgia Military. And this is going to be Maldonado once again.
You know, I've seen this so often, though, Drew, in my times of not only, broadcasting, playing, refereeing. You have a, here it comes.
And there's Diaz doing whatever it takes.
So you have a team that might, possess the ball 30% of the whole entire game, and they just need that one chance, and they're back.
Falcons busting out. Can they get that elusive second goal? Daytona State now works right. This is Pablo Lee. And let's see, corner kick coming up for Daytona State. Far side.
Good defending there. Took on Pablo Lee and just kind of contained and long enough for the defense to come back for Georgia Military.
Santiago Fonseca, 2 goals on the season, tremendous on ball. And the 4 assists, top assist guy in blue and gray here today.
There's the lefty curl, did not catch it. Whoa, there's 2 missed kicks right there. That's what happens when you're a little bit tired. I mean, you're down to almost the last 8.5 minutes of the game, and you got slippery conditions.
Line drive again. And it'll be corner kick number 3 coming up. Remember, this is wasting time off the clock for the Bulldogs. More times they hammer it out, Ted, more chances for the Falcons.
I mean, right now the clock is your enemy if you're Georgia Military. Here comes another third lefty curler right now.
Sent up by Gene. Offside again. We'll give it back to the visitors with 8 minutes to play here in Daytona.
And now you're going to see them push up for Georgia Military. You're going to push everybody up. Long free kick here. Great outlet pass.
Daytona State going to try and stay on top of this one. Can they get players upfield? Bulldogs trying the counter. Falcons are in place, though. Just made it very difficult for Georgia Military to mount any chances here in the second half.
Yeah, that sucks.
Look out. Here it is, top of the box. Falcons in position. Again in front of the goal. And there's Diaz picking it up out of the air.
Boy, no fear. No fear. Had that spotted the whole time. I'm surprised he found the outlet that quick. I'm surprised he didn't try to push everybody up again, just as Georgia Military had done just a minute ago.
Falcons defense on that last possession scrambling just a little bit. The goalkeeper coming up big, and sometimes that is where you get a keeper who's still relatively fresh. Remember, he just played the second half. It's the formula that has worked for Daytona State here in this young season.
Very impressive with Diaz. His outlet passing has been really spectacular.
coming up on 6 minutes now. Falcons with Kelly trying to take it from behind, and we'll have a whistle here.
I mean, when are you the team that actually likes a call when it goes against you?
What's that, Mike?
They're a little bit excited. I don't blame them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
Now
You gotta be
Daytona
careful,
State
though, 'cause if you
still
mess with it,
focused
you
on that
mess with
second goal.
it. Disconnect
Kevin Kelly.
my Zoom controls. Wonderful.
And gets a corner out of it. Good hard work by Kelly shown there. He was being closed down by 2. Got away with the corner.
Santiago Fonseca slowly goes over to the corner to deliver this. See the official saying, come on, hurry it up.
Honestly, if he's walking toward the ball, he's fine. Good delivery there, just fell a little bit short of the back weak side.
Tsukada taken down. And they will give him that call.
Every second precious right now to Georgia Military. It would be so befitting, I'm sure, for Daytona State if they could just get that second goal that has been elusive the entire time since that first penalty kick went in.
Yutaro Tsukada. Tremendous afternoon for the freshman from Japan. Deflection and a freebie. Offside though. Yeah, easy call. Pablo Lee by himself. Muhammad Awad, number 4. Playmaker today for Daytona State. Also Pablo Lee with that tremendous flick to get him free.
Oh, that's a great development of play right there by Georgia Military.
Maldonado, tremendous slide by Awad. That's what big-time players do. Clock continues to run. Coming up on 3 minutes now.
Every second precious, like I said before, to Georgia Military. Daytona State just kind of slowly pacing it along. He fooled three players.
He is something. I'll tell you what, Coach Sazin, I know still getting to know these young players from Japan, but that guy right there, I can't see him coming off the bench for too much longer, Ted.
Wow.
Tsukada is a special talent.
Yeah.
I mean, he is exciting to watch.
Man, he's added some firepower to that offensive, to the middies and the forwards. Wow.
He has really kept them honest. It's now Awad will have the free kick for Daytona State. Every win in this game of soccer is a big one. But this little extra special for Daytona State. Kelly able to split the defense. There's the shot, rebound. Still kept off the board.
I thought he had basically the front door was open for anybody to walk in. Surprising what just happened.
Oh, player gets upended. Muhammad Awad's going to get a yellow here. And got to be careful. Don't want to pick up a red here in this situation. Had a lot of ugly plays in this game, and now with the clock winding down, 2 minutes to go, you don't want anything that's going to escalate or hurt you moving forward.
Awad, sure he's disappointed being sent off here with the yellow. Still, more than enough time for Georgia Military to get that equalizer and send this into OT.
Here comes Will Crotty, sophomore defender out of Ormond Beach. Saw a lot of him back in 2019. Tremendous role player. Coach Sasnet will congratulate his star, defender, Muhammad Awad, headed to Palm Beach Atlantic. So, Ted, buckle up your seatbelt here for the final 2 minutes.
I tell you, it's going to be a barn burner if you can stay in your seat that long. I don't know if you're sitting at home. I don't know how you're sitting. You might rise up and watch these last two.
Falcons get a couple heads on it. Here comes Mimi.
Oh.
Bulldogs trying to keep it on their half. Kelly going to get whistled.
Oh, he's going to get yellowed.
Yeah, yep, that's going to be it. He'll be sent off now, will he? No, did he have a red? Nope, just a yellow for Kelly. That's the 4th yellow card dished out to Daytona State. So excuse me if I'm looking down my list thinking that was his second.
I'm just surprised. He basically, just kind of whipped the kick at the midi for Georgia. I know Coach can't be happy about that. Coach Sasnet can't be happy. Here's the replay on it. He's basically beaten, and that's like a yellow every time.
Yeah.
There was no attempt made for the ball there.
I think, Ted, the frustration from being denied on those goals right there got to Kevin Kelly just a little bit. Long ball here. Diaz rising above once again. How about William Diaz, the freshman out of Sanford?
He's probably should hold the ball a little bit here. He's booted a long ways. And right now, you're going to have to see Daytona State get back a little bit for this closing minute.
Bulldogs still with the chance here. Maldonado trying to get it in position, working out of the corner. Corner kick would be huge. Daytona State doesn't want that to happen. Great job by Mimi to keep it alive. And now more physical play. Which way is the official going to point this ball?
Looks like it was a foul.
So Daytona State easily could be up in this game 3, even 4-0. Trying to close it out here, the final minute from Daytona State College.
My mistake, no foul there, just a throw-in.
Things getting tense down on the field. Engeltoft. Bulldogs trying to manufacture something. Still time on the clock. Daytona State hammers it out. Will Crotty heads up.
That was magic by Crotty. Very important play right there.
Coming up on the final 10 seconds. Bulldogs still with the chance. Daytona State not going to let it happen.
That should do it.
The Falcons of Daytona State. It wasn't pretty. It's not going to get any 10s for artistic impression, but it was effective. 1-0 over Georgia Military. Ted Sofianos, Coach Bart Sasnet gets his 3rd win of the season.
Oh, you got to be thrilled because you should be up 4-0, but you'll certainly go home right now happy. And there's going to be some things that he's going to be talking to the young players about, as far as some of this chippiness and the yellow cards. Way too many for Daytona State today.
Got to find ways to win, though. And Daytona State learned a lot today. The firepower was there. Chances were to be had. Ball just not going into the back of the net. Still, you hang on. You play great defense, and you get out of there with a 1-0 victory. Well, today's broadcast of Daytona State Athletics is brought to you by Halifax Health, a proud supporter of Falcon Athletics and the official healthcare provider for the Falcons athletic program. We also invite you to hit us up on social media throughout the year as our next broadcast is coming up. Social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at DSC Falcon Sports for social media. Daytona State, very active on social media. We invite you to be active with us. Women's soccer coming up 2 weeks from today as Eastern Florida comes to town to take on the Falcons. That's Saturday, May 1st, 7 p.m., right here on WDSC TV. Well, it was a very interesting afternoon of soccer here at Daytona State. chances by Kelly were to be had. A PK. Kelly eventually cashed in, and then it was defense from there. Hope you enjoyed it. Our crew, extra kudos to them for weathering the rain on the field inside the complex. For Ted Sofianos and our phenomenal crew, I'm Drew Felios saying so long from Daytona State College. Falcons win 1-0.